Welcome to Fitness for Noobies. I'm Jay, this is Sam, who's going to be helping us demonstrate today.
Hey.
So what kind of equipment do you need? You don't actually need any, but body weight exercises will only ever take you so far. And especially if you're doing body weight exercises and things like HIIT and cardio, you're actually going to be losing weight possibly, which then makes your body weight exercises, you're going to be moving around less weight, so they're actually going to become less and less effective. So at some point you're going to have to add in some extra resistance. Now I've got a few options for what, I couldn't do this without you, for what equipment you might need or want. So we're going to these are the sort of your basic starting points. So over on this side, thank you, resistance bands. I'm sure you've heard of them, may have used them. And we're just going to go through the pros and cons of resistance bands. So first things first, they're very cheap. You can pick up 5 in different resistances for, what were they, about 10 quid?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like 10 quid, $15, something like that. And they're very, very versatile as well. You can do tons of exercises with them. You can also do horizontal exercises, which I'm sure you've seen people, if you watch workout videos, do an exercise like this for your shoulders. Does absolutely nothing for your shoulders. Because if you want to be working your shoulders with that exercise, you need to have horizontal resistance. So, for example, with a resistance band, can you still see me on the camera? Resistance bands attached to the rack over here, and horizontal resistance. That's the same as if you were going to do a row. So if I hold this, attach it to anything secure, and just stand there and do a row.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. So these are things that you can't do with dumbbells. You knackered yet?
No.
You can obviously also, thank you, do it from, you can attach it to something high and you can pull down with it. You can attach it to something behind you and do a bicep curl this way. They're very, very versatile, arguably more versatile than dumbbells. And as I say, very, very cheap. However, with a resistance band, if the resistance on it is not going to be consistent. So for example, if you were to do a bicep curl with a resistance band, that's too far. This is going to break. So let's do another exercise. So if you were to do, right, I'll hold this here, you do a bicep curl. Okay, how does that feel?
Hurts my hand more than anything. I mean, it works, but it feels very...
Does it feel the same as a dumbbell?
No, I think it's when you go down, it's a lot less weight, isn't it? The weight is going down. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so when you think about the resistance, down the bottom, it's going to be very, very easy because there's very little resistance and it will get harder and harder the closer you get to the top. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it feels like up here, say it's like 5 kilos, whereas there it's about 3.
Yeah, and there it's nothing. So the, let's put that back. So the resistance, as I say, is inconsistent. So you're not going to be working the whole of your muscle through the whole of the exercise. For example, with a dumbbell, a bicep curl is consistent all the way up because the weight is the same. So that is really the downside of resistance bands.
What is the... Sorry, I'm just like, you just brought that into picture and didn't really explain the difference.
What do you mean the difference?
between those two resistance bands.
Okay, yeah. So you can get resistance tubes as well. So that would be something like this, which you put an attachment on the end, and then you can have loads of different attachments. So you can have that one, and that allows you to do, as I say, the shoulder things. If this was on the floor, you could pull it up to do bicep curls. This is a really good attachment for those. And it's a lot comfier. So you were saying your hand hurt?
Yes.
So your hand wouldn't hurt because you're holding on to an actual handle. So there are resistance tubes as well, which again have the same principle because they're elasticated. I was trying to this is the heavy one.
Extra heavy.
Because they're elasticated, it will always be easier at the start of the rep than at the end. So just bear that in mind. But resistance bands are great. So then moving on to dumbbells. Is there anything I missed about resistance bands?
I think something like how you wear them around your legs and stuff, but do you need to go into that detail or?
Yeah, I mean, no, not really. So we will do some resistance band workouts where we solely use resistance bands. So if you want to grab some of them, as I say, they are very cheap. But we're also going to move on to dumbbells as well. So there's a few different types of dumbbells. Again, pros and cons of dumbbells. So a con is you can't do the horizontal things like you can with a resistance band. You also can't do pull downs. Those are really the cons for dumbbells against resistance bands, and they are slightly more expensive. Slightly, because it depends what you go for. Something like this, where this is an adjustable dumbbell, so you can screw the end off, and that's not meant to be coming with it, but it is. You screw the end off, you can adjust the weight, so take that off, or add more on. So you can increase the weight as you get stronger very, very easily. And that is a huge benefit to those types of dumbbells because you just have one set with quite a few plates. If you just pick up those plates down there, please. Not making noise, yeah. So you add those on or take those off, and as we progress and get stronger, you can do that with them if you want. You will want to be increasing your weight because your muscles are going to be used to more weight, so they need more and more and more to stimulate them and for muscle growth. So those are great for that. You also have these, which are just one weight and they come in sets. Now these will be a lot more expensive because it's a lot more weight basically. So in buying them, especially if you have them shipped, they'll ship by weight. So it will cost a fair old bit. But I do most of my lifting with those because we are lucky enough to have a set, and it's very convenient if you're moving from exercise to exercise. You just put one set down and pick another set up and you're ready to go. There's no screwing on, screwing off to change your weight. So if you can, those are preferable, but again, keep cost in mind. And then the big boy, the power block, so that's an adjustable dumbbell, but it's a quick adjustable dumbbell. So you basically get the advantages of both of these in the one set of dumbbells. So all you do, I haven't even brought the whole thing over because it's too heavy. So that's it as it is. You take that out and pop it back in the one above, like so, and you lift it out, and that's now lighter. And those can go up to a hell of a lot, very, very heavy as well, but they are a lot more expensive. If expense isn't a problem, go for those. Otherwise, you can get exactly what you need out of the ones before. And then,
Can I put a bit of input in?
Yes, push it.
Yeah. For myself, I don't quite like the power block.
No, you don't, do you?
Because I don't like the shape of them.
Yeah,
I feel
so
like with these ones, you have a bit more.
yeah, so like they look like that inside, which is very different to a normal dumbbell, isn't it? So if you do have a shop nearby that sells them, go and have a pick up of them and just see if you like them or not.
So it's just getting used to them, isn't it?
And it's getting used to them, yeah. So don't write them off straight away, but like you did, I think you used them, what, once or twice? I don't like them.
3 times.
3 times.
Yep.
But yeah, give them a chance, give them a feel. If you like them and can afford it, I would recommend those because it's quick and it's simple, and it's, if you buy an entire set of these for the weight of that, you'd spend a lot more on those. And they go up in increments, they go up in small increments as well. So anyway, that's dumbbells. Banged on about dumbbells way too long. So the other thing is kettlebells. So this is 10 kilograms, which is about 22 pounds. 22 pounds. And these are great, hold that, for full body exercises. There's a huge amount of kettlebell exercises to work your full body. Yeah, fantastic. For, I've got this is in the way, but
They can do swinging.
do you want to do swing? I gave you the lighter one. So they come in different weights as well. You can, I think, get adjustable kettlebells, but I'd probably only advise that if you love doing kettlebell exercises. If you're just using it as an accessory that you use from time to time, just one is fine. So, swing please. That's it. So there, you are getting everything involved, and that's just one exercise. You also have the, I think it's called the Turkish get-up.
Yeah, no, I'm demonstrating now. Google it.
Right. So, I'm not good at this either. So, you start down here. Is the camera still getting me?
Yeah.
With, right, so you've got the kettlebell up in the air like so. Yeah?
Yeah. I don't see it.
You go up onto your elbow. This knee comes in. You push yourself up. Slide that leg through and up to here. All the way up. And then you do exactly the same or the opposite on the way back down. Do a few of those and you'll really know about it. You can also use it as a dumbbell for exercises that allow. You can do upright rows, you can do squats. There's a lot of things you can do with a kettlebell, and just with one kettlebell as well. You don't need two. So that is another option as well. We'll do some kettlebell workouts. I'm not looking forward to them. But there you go. Those are your, I think, beginner options. You obviously have simple things that you might not think about, like your clothes, like your footwear, mats, things like that. Yes, you don't want to be doing it on carpet or like a hardwood floor. A mat is very useful, and obviously a bench as well. But yeah, so basically everything that's here would probably be your sort of beginner starter pack for working out, for strength training. You've obviously got comfy clothes as well, fairly tight fitting, just so things aren't flapping around. Well, clothes aren't flapping around. There'll be plenty of other things flapping around.
Not if you wear the right clothes.
Not if you wear the right clothes, exactly. Stop the flapping. Hashtag stop flapping.
There we go,
Hashtag
there's your
deflap.
new slide again.
And then obviously your footwear, so comfy trainers or sneakers, as I think they say in America.
Do you not say that here?
Nothing too, doesn't have to be anything too crazy. I've just got these, which I can use in the gym, and I use them for running as well. and I use them for the bike. So yeah, that's about it for your beginner strength kit. Grab yourself one or all of these, because we're going to be moving on to using each of these in different videos in the future.
Please like, share and subscribe.
And we'll see you next time. Resistance bands, light to heavy, very cheap, very versatile. Adjustable dumbbells, cheap, adjustable, so you can go up in weight. Normal dumbbells, convenient when you have different weights of them. Big boy adjustable dumbbell, awesome but expensive. And kettlebell, great for full body workouts.